As the election drum beats ever louder, in Little Havana it has its own rhythm. Florida's the melting pot of America's Latino vote. They're all here, Puerto Ricans, Venezuelans, Mexicans, and of course the Cubans. But when it comes to voting, they don't all swing the same way. If Trump takes Florida, he could have this man to thank, YouTube star Alex Otaola. He's a one-man campaign machine for the president. His 3-hour nightly broadcast is aimed squarely at young Cuban Americans, slating Joe Biden as a socialist akin to the regime from which their parents fled.
The
talent that I see in Trump is not that he's always politically correct, but that he does the right thing. I judge Trump on his results, not on what is said about him and not on what he makes people say about him. Joe Biden is a really weak person. He could easily be kicked out of the game by a Democratic Party that's been kidnapped by the left.
He's saying he's no socialist.
I'm sorry.
But his message has been getting traction. Republican volunteer Jessica Fernandez says just this summer they registered 40,000 new voters.
President Trump hasn't been somebody who's just flown in for our vote. He's been somebody who's continuously communicated with my community. You know, I think Cuban Americans, they come to this country with a work ethic and a will to succeed. So what we've seen in President Trump is somebody who's been able to do historic tax cuts.
It's no wonder the campaigns have been targeting their message down here. Latinos make up 70% of this community. Miami's at the absolute heart of the attritional election battle here in Florida. Whereas elsewhere in the state, Joe Biden's been winning elderly votes at the expense of the president. Here, Donald Trump has been eating into that Latino bloc, which went so solidly for the Democrats last time round. Some Democrats reckon Joe Biden needed to be on the ground here more to shore up the Latino vote. But the airwaves have been flooded with Spanish-language campaign ads, and Biden has outspent Trump here by millions.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Mark Berrios Ayala is Puerto Rican.
I like his slogan, Build Back Better. That's something that we need. He's very honest. I don't feel like he's talking down to me. He's honest. I like his working class roots. Trump has been dividing this country for very long years. It's always drama with him on Twitter, and that alone just does it for me.
Florida is now on a razor's edge. In this tightest of states, the only thing certain is that voters have had enough, some too nervous of potential unrest even to declare their preference.
Like, our nation is so divided nowadays, and it's sad. When I was voting, when I was in the line, people behind me and in front of me were just saying some very pretty bizarre things, you know, and it made me feel uncomfortable. I hope my son grows up and lives in a world that's not so divided.
Nearly time to face the music. Whichever way it goes, Latinos could be about to have their biggest say ever in America's future.